Colorado is not just a fun story. They're a legitimately good football team. They proved it again last night. We've been saying it for the better part of the last few weeks. Colorado 34, Cincinnati 23. We said during the week Colorado's going to roll. What happened? They roll. And honestly, that final score probably could have been a little bit more definitive. The game felt more definitive than that final score indicated. We'll talk about it right now. Make sure you're subscribed right here to the On3 YouTube channel, Colorado fans. I'm just telling y'all, we're telling y'all, your Buffs are going to be good. They're going to have a chance all the way until the end of this thing to, I think, compete for a Big 12 title. Make sure you're locked in here. Follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at JDPicKell. So I said it at the top, I'll say it again. Colorado, last year they're the fun story. Deion Sanders taking over Boulder. They're relevant. They're winning a few games, and then they sort of trend downward the rest of the season, and everyone just says, okay, Colorado, fun story. This year, Colorado, have some success early. And I think a lot of people were very quick to be like, all right, well, last year, they kind of had a similar hot start, and they had some momentum. Okay, good for them. Colorado is not just a fun story. Again, they are a legitimately good football team. Are they a finished product? No. But to be where they're at right now, to be bowling, vibes should be tremendous in Boulder, and I have to believe they are tremendous in Boulder this Sunday morning. They're playing legitimate, complementary football. Again, I did not say perfect, I did not say finished product, but complementary is a word you could not have used to describe this team a season ago. I think the way that they are continuing to improve on the line of scrimmage, that's eye-opening. That should be eye-opening for the rest of college football because situationally now, Colorado is making some plays that we haven't seen them make all that recently, all right? Like 4th and 1, the defense gets a stop against Cincinnati. That's massive. To bow up and to show some presence on the line of scrimmage in that spot. Now, were they perfect throughout the day? No, but it is what it is. That's progress. That's improvement. That's all you can ask for at this point in time in October, moving into championship November for a lot of these teams. Offensively last night, what have we said for the better part of the last year around Colorado? Hey, if they could have some balance, they'll have a chance. If they can take some heat off Shedeur Sanders and be able to run the football just situationally, they're going to be okay. Last night, Colorado, over 100 yards rushing. Y'all, if they go over 100 yards rushing in any given game, they're going to have a chance. All right, just given what they have in Shedeur Sanders, given what they have on the perimeter, they're going to be in a very dangerous position if they have that level of balance. You don't need 200 yards rushing. You don't need 7 yards a pop. But to have that on the ground, that's massive. That's going to be good enough. I keep saying this, man. Travis Hunter, don't take him for granted. Do not take for granted what this dude is doing right now. He will be my pick this week to win the Heisman Trophy. So far, if he can stay healthy, he's going to be in New York City at the very least for a chance to be a finalist for that. If Colorado keeps winning, he probably should win the Heisman Trophy. Last night, 9 catches, 153 yards, 2 touchdowns, and oh, by the way, played defense too. And threw down a backflip with a sick little Spider-Man celebration on the first touchdown. It's ridiculous. What he's doing is ridiculous. Make sure you enjoy it. That is our plea every single time we talk about Colorado, and we'll go ahead and say that again right now. Shedeur Sanders probably doesn't get enough credit either for what he's doing. And I think it's very easy to say, okay, well, they have, a pretty pass-happy offense, and they have weapons for him, like he's doing what he's supposed to do. Is he, though? Is he? Because I think the level of consistency he's playing with needs to be noted. Last night, 25 of 30, over 300 yards, yet again, 2 touchdowns, both to Travis Hunter. He's dialed in. And I think the pressure on him every single week from a metaphorical standpoint is massive because, again, I mentioned the balance. Colorado, I believe, is not able to run the football the way that they are if they're not a threat throwing the football. And every single game now, even in situations where, Shedeur Sanders hasn't had his best day at the office, he's had over 60% completion percentage. He has been very effective through the air and giving Colorado a chance in nearly every single game. The way that he shows up every single week and delivers, regardless of the opponent, regardless of his protection, and that's, been a trending upward situation as well. I'm not trying to dunk on that, but just hear what I'm saying right now. Shedeur Sanders and his consistency, the way that he routinely gives Colorado a chance, needs to be noted. And I think you could honestly make a case for him being in that Heisman Trophy conversation as well. Here's what I said last night, and I want to say it again. This year for Colorado, going bowling, already a success. People are going to try to move the goalpost and say, well, they didn't win the Big 12. Well, they didn't make the college football playoff. One, we'll see about those things. I'll talk about that in a second. But winning 6 football games, a year removed from winning 1 football game, I guess 2 years removed from winning 1 football game, that's massive. That is absolutely huge to be able to turn it around in that amount of time. Give Deion Sanders a ton of credit. He went from 1 win to 4 wins to right now 6+ wins. Like, that is massive. And in terms of the trajectory of where they're headed under Deion Sanders, that should be noted. That should absolutely be noted. So I want to make sure we're on the same page there. Now, in terms of those things I just spoke to, of competing for a Big 12 title, competing for the college football playoff, right now they need some help down the stretch, all right? It is what it is. BYU's undefeated, Iowa State's undefeated, and currently you do not hold the tiebreaker with Kansas State. So, like, that's out there. That's in one category. I would also say, though, I would not put it past the Big 12 to produce some chaos. Like, if I'm Colorado, I just handle business down the stretch, keep doing what we're doing, keep playing complimentary football, keep trending upward, keep getting better, focus on your path, and then end up where you end up at the end of the season. Like, I think that you should feel optimistic if I'm in Boulder. So I'm not calling my shot, but again, regardless of how this year goes, if Colorado loses out, and I'm not predicting that, don't hear me incorrectly, if somehow the ceiling and the floor, the whole house were to collapse, if that were to happen and Colorado were to finish 6-6, that is still a successful season. Why? Because progress, because of, I think, the way they've made changes, I have to believe, internally from a mentality and a focus standpoint. Like last year, this Colorado team played great early, trended in a negative direction. This year, it's the opposite. Have played, or not opposite, but have played well early, and then now we're continuing to play even better as we get into October and November. And that was always the question around Colorado, wasn't it? Hey, will they be physical enough? Will they be able to go the entire length of a season and stand up to what a Big 12 schedule is going to present? Y'all, listen, men lie, women lie. Numbers don't lie. And the numbers say Colorado is 6-2 going to a bowl game and only have 1 conference loss. So we'll see what happens here. But Colorado, again, not just a fun story. Like, legitimately a good football team out there that Deion Sanders has produced now in 2 years on the job. Make sure you're subscribed. Get at me on the socials, Instagram, Twitter, at JD PicKell. Follow me there. Let me know what you thought of last night. Let me know what you think of Colorado going forward and their potential to play for some fun stuff here in the postseason. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Going to keep this party rolling. We will see y'all next time.